Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. McNabb.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jones, 74 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Williams loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's going to go down again. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now it's Peterson. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. He returns the punt 60 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Slot man moves right. Here's Williams. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Amari Barno. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's Jack Fox now.
Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Hester, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens ready to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Amari Barno
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Right side catch. This is Gates. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Peterson. Sheds off the tackle.
Wrap up.
Still moving. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use the bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has...
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
To throw, it's Williams.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
In motion, the tight end.
Throwing is Williams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustment.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
And one of the...
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that stretches the lead to 27. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
To the air, Williams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And 1st and goal is what it will be at at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. The defense gets in the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And down he'll go at the 25. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
To throw, Williams. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. Luke Kuechly in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gates with a grab. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. How did he stay on his feet? It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now a give, right side. Thorpe. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. James Harrison
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
He'll take it at the 42. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry for Smith. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a give, right side. Thorpe wiggles free. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And down inside the 15 he goes.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've We've already got the winner made up in their mind, but I'll tell you one thing. We've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that talk. You could look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
First play is to the air. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
2nd and 4. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. To him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
They may not have been the first defense to hit the field today, but certainly they wasted no time making their presence felt. A couple sacks in just the first few plays here, and they'll add more to it if this offense doesn't start to figure out their protection.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Nice return there, 15 yards gain. And the Eagles will take possession. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Fits it through the middle. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away, and that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Get the fullback involved here. And he's going to be stopped pretty quickly at about the 5. Call it a lone yard on the run. It's going to be 4th down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. That's taken in at the 42. And he houses it on the return all the way back for a touchdown. You gotta love when your special teamers say, take some time off, offense. Your presence, that's not required at this moment. That guy took care of things himself with an electrifying return.
Yeah, find somebody who doesn't welcome some time off for more, Kate. They're more than happy to chill out on that sideline, offer some extra applause as that return team, well, did more than its normal job.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 21-zip already. Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. We'll return to the link right after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Another try following the sack. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And the Eagles get to it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Eagles were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score. Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? Usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Chiefs likely looking at a punt. Fourth down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. Peterson waiting for it. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 26. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Excellent return. He got 22 before being stopped. And they're going to take over possession. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He throws a bullet. This is brought in at the 50. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's... Wow, it's free again! And the Eagles get to it! And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
That one splits the uprights, and the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Cole. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. A tight end in motion now. From the 25 on 2nd down. Wow, it's free again! And the Eagles get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments. And understood, some people would rather get right back to the field of play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the 2nd half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing is Mahomes. Wow, it's free again. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. He manages 13 on this punt return. And it's going to be their football coming up. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go play action here. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scrambles for the football in this one. It has been put on the deck a lot, and unfortunately, they haven't always been there to make the recovery.
Yeah, I think this is twofold, Kate. I think, number one, this is a defense who has studied its opponent and their tendencies well, knowing there were opportunities to rip the ball out of their hands. And then offensively, this has been a mess. And this is one of those games where it's just error after error after error, and you know they typically come back to bite you.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, why do I think right now his fullback hits to the sideline after that call? the lobbying begins. Give me the rock. Fullbacks don't normally get a ton of carries, but they also typically don't get played.
Wow, it's free again! And the Eagles get to it! And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown! The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, you kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Mahomes fights off the pressure. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. You just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And that drive, Brock, I'm calling that the 2-2-2. 2 plays, 2 sacks for the defense, and 2 points for him as well, thanks to that safety.
You kind of felt it building, right? That's what happens with defenses. They can feel and sense, and they get that momentum. They get the first takedown, they come right back and get that second now. Oh, now it's imperative this offense responds because you've infused that defense with a bunch of momentum.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. A give now from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Eagles ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll run here from the gun. Jukes out a 1-stop. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles are running them out of the building. Aubrey good on the point after. And they'll continue adding to their lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explode for the touchdown.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Another drive coming up for this offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Wow, it's free again! And the Eagles get to it! And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown! The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Chiefs hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Mahomes. This complete to Colt. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
It's fielded at the 14. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. The return game a weapon here as he picks up 27. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. A lot of grass ahead. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
After the sack, another pass up. Wow, it's free again! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Throwing from near his own goal line. Got a man, it's Glennon. And they finally tackle him after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
First down, Chiefs.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Room to run right away. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Ooh. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponents do.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup past the 25. Second down and 8. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. Patrick Surtain takes the tackle. Third and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. That's fielded at about the 18. Into space. And he's going to score. He takes it back on the punt return. 82 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they gave him space to get started, and once he got started, they could not stop him for the punt return and the touchdown.
Well, Mike, what's that old saying? You can outkick your coverage. Well, in this case, it turned out to be true. There was so much distance between the coverage unit and the returner that when he has all that field to work with and all that green grass, He is a tough tackle, and in this case, he's able to take it all the way for a touchdown.
Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Steelers offense going to take over now for the second time. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. It's out wide. They're trying the tight end screen. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. So after 1, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Delay of game. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. Room to run inside the 40. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Back to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Still 1st down.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are... And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Got his receiver on the in cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll throw out of the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll air it out down the middle. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Eagles stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. back to the air following that pick six. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. They're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Eagles have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And they will score again. This time it's the defense. And, Greg, this just adds to what has been a one-sided affair from the start.
Yeah, and on a day where it just seems like nothing has gone their way, this fumble return for a touchdown kind of just adds injury to insult. There's days, Mike, where you just don't have your best and the other team has the upper hand, and I think it's pretty clear today is one of those days.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He is in. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Davis. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Now give on the ground. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. We'll try and hurry to the line here. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia. They'll stick with him again. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one.